Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. We're back with some more Tumblr, and specifically the old Tumblr. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Wait, I had homework. Do you love the color of the sky? I was going to scroll past this oh no, not this again. But then there's Bilbo, and I smiled so wide. That awkward moment where you've hated Snape for 7 years. I loved Snape since the first movie. I mean that. I loved Snape since the first movie. I loved Snape. Snape. Hey guys, it's post-production Les. The rest of the post goes on to devolve into Potter Puppet Pals territory. And I did my best to recreate that from memory, but looking back now, it looks pretty cringe, so how about this? If I get this channel to 100 subscribers, then I will edit that all into a video and then release it. Okay? Okay. Let's move on. Satan worshippers kill and eat 4 Russian teenagers after stabbing each of them 666 times. That sounds exhausting, I'm sorry. They killed them after they stabbed them 666 times? How does that much stabbing not kill someone all on its own? You think any of them lost count? 476, 477, 479, wait, shit, Steve. I think I fucked up. Do I start over? What the hell is wrong with this website? Instead of doing all that work, couldn't they have just killed 3 Russian teenagers and stabbed them each 6 times? That would be much easier. Tumblr, where we criticize Satan worshippers not for killing people, but for the unnecessary amount of effort they put into doing it. My mother's impression of the men of Tumblr by Super Who Locked in Camelot. David Tennant. He looks like a happy guy. Like a really nice guy. Really. Benedict Cumberbatch. He looks like a deep thinker. Like a really smart guy. Matt Smith. He looks kind of happy, I guess. He's got a funny looking neck. Zachary Quinto. He looks like he's thinking about something deep. Like the meaning of the universe. Colin Morgan. He's got cute lips. Bradley James. Brooding. Brooding big time. Tom Hiddleston. He looks sad, like his cat died or something. Mads Mikkelsen. Don't associate with him, he looks like he does bad things to people. Martin Freeman. He looks like his friend just jumped off a building. Happy Father's Day, friends. For your amusement, here's a cat biting a can. Cracks an egg on my head. A lemon falls out. What a time to be alive. Yeah, what the fuck does this post even mean? In case of emergency, helpful tips for when terror strikes. If the horizon explodes, pull car over to the shoulder until the fiery cloud of death has subsided. If your car has an erection for more than 4 hours, call a licensed mechanic. If live power lines are flailing about, don't be a wuss. Drive under them really fast. If your radio begins emitting intense orange radiation, feel free to warm your ears. If a giant toxic spray can tries to attack you, try reasoning with it. If it cannot be reasoned with, walk away gingerly and bid it a good day. Always keep your mouth covered when at Old Navy. Sailors with herpes shop there. Missouri only has 3 hospitals. Consider moving to another state. If your organs suddenly fly out of your body, try doing some biology homework or eating lima beans. When visiting the elderly, set their clocks and electronics to different times. Be sure to wash all the evidence off your hands before calling the police. When viewing modern art, resist the urge to choke yourself to death. Look away and choose life. Never eat random fish and birds you find lying about. Instead, use your powers of telekinesis to hurl them into a vortex of doom. Make sure no one is looking before you grope dead bodies. Giants should avoid hospitals for regular-sized people. If the roof is caving in, Don't be a nerd and try to save your computer. You could just get an iPhone. Do not point your genitals directly at radiation. It only takes 5 minutes before your nuts fall off. If radiation wants to come inside, don't answer the door. Hide behind the couch like when Jehovah's Witnesses come. Please transfer any explosive or radioactive materials into a 3-ounce container before getting into an airplane. If Nickelback begins to play, you should curl into a ball or run for your life. You fool! Don't look out the window, it's bright out there. Go back to the internet. Do not stare longingly at the filing cabinets. They just got out of a relationship and need some time to figure things out. Friend, I'm coming, friend. I'm here. I love you. My father was a snail. What if boobs were square? They would look like Legos. She's a brick house. Go the fuck to sleep. What if you're actually holding a ghost's dick right now, but you don't know it because you can't see and the ghost is actually enjoying it? What if when black people tanned, they turned white? Why do you never see any baby pigeons? What if all pigeons are baby pigeons and there is one master pigeon the size of a whale? Fuck this website. What if your anus said hello to you? It's time to stop posting. Do you think that cheese in a package are like a family and when you take one out of the package, the rest of them cry? And then when you leave the package out, the rest of the cheese starts sweating because they're afraid they're next? It's too early for this shit. I feel $1 million, I say to you. You assume I've made a typo, but in reality I've spent the past 15 years of my life systematically feeling every male deer in the world. Their hooves are so strong and their fur is so soft. What the fuck is wrong with this website? What if birds aren't singing and they're screaming because they're afraid of heights? Try to explain the difference between left and right. My favorite was always trying to describe color without using its name. Like explain red to someone. The worst one is try thinking up a color that doesn't exist. What does water taste like? No, stop. My laptop wasn't working, so I yelled Christo at it. The screen immediately turned black. I'm performing an exorcism now. Is that silly string? It's not silly string if it's a very serious matter. Serious string. White is for innocence. Salmon is for desire. Cream is for appreciation. Red is for romance. Green is for vitality. Peach is for gratitude. Yellow is for friendship. Pink is for sweetness. Orange is for enthusiasm. Lavender is for charm. Know your roses, guys, or you might just fuck up the moment. Salmon is for desire.
He was standing on my shoulder and he was rubbing on my head. Do it again.
Everyone knows her father is a lunatic. He was in here tonight, raving.
You guys want a snack? Scout, stop jumping. Okay.
Is it just me, or does it look like Sherlock is slow dancing with the guy? We have this detergent in Poland called Fist. Like, just a minute, Mom, let me finish fisting the stove. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Let's make the cule a unit of measurement. One cule would be one level of abstraction away from the reality of a situation. For example, you ask me for a hamburger. At 1 cule, if you asked me for a hamburger and I gave you a raccoon. At 2 cules, if you asked me for a hamburger, but it turns out I don't really exist. Where I was originally standing, a picture of a hamburger rests on the ground. At 3 cules, you awake as a hamburger. You start screaming only to have special sauce fly from your lips. The world is in sepia. At 4 cules, why are we speaking German? A mime cries softly as he cradles a young cow. Your grandfather stares at you as the cow falls apart into patties. You look down only to see me with pickles for eyes. I am singing the song that gives birth to the universe. At 5 cules, you ask for a hamburger. I give you a hamburger. You raise it to your lips and take a bite. Your eye twitches involuntarily. Across the street, a father of 3 falls down the stairs. You swallow and look down at the hamburger in your hands. I give you a hamburger. You swallow and look down at the hamburger in your hands. You cannot swallow. There are children at the top of the stairs. A pickle shifts uneasily under the bun. I give you a hamburger. You look at my face and I am pleading with you. The children are crying now. You raise the hamburger to your lips. Tears stream down your face as you take a bite. I give you a hamburger. You are on your knees. You plead with me to go across the street. I hear only children's laughter. I give you a hamburger. You are screaming as you fall down the stairs. I am your child. You cannot see anything. You take a bite of the hamburger. The concrete rushes up to meet you. You awake with a start in your own bed. Your eye twitches involuntarily. I give you a hamburger. As you kill me, I do not make a sound. I give you a hamburger. At 6 cules, you ask me for a hamburger. My attempt to reciprocate is cut brutally short as my body experiences a sudden lack of electrons. Across a variety of hidden dimensions, you are dismayed. John Lennon hands me an apple, but it slips through my fingers. I am reborn as an ocelot. You disapprove. A crack echoes through the universe in defiance of conventional physics as cosmological background noise shifts from randomness to a perfect A-flat. Children everywhere stop what they are doing and hum along in perfect pitch with the background radiation. Birds fall from the sky as the sun engulfs the earth. You hesitate momentarily before allowing yourself to assume the locus of all knowledge. Entropy crumbles as you peruse the information contained within the universe. A small library in Phoenix ceases to exist. You stumble under the weight of everythingness. Your mouth opens up to cry out and collapses around your body before blinking you out of the spatial plane. You exist only within the 4th dimension. The fountainhead of all knowledge rolls along the ground and collides with a small dog. My head tastes sideways as space-time is re-established. You blink back into the corporeal world, disoriented only for me to hand you a hamburger as my body collapses under the strain of reconstitution. The universe has reasserted itself. A particular small dog is fed steak for the rest of its natural life. You die in a freak accident moments later, and your soul works at the returns desk for the Phoenix Library. You disapprove. Your disapproval sends ripples through the interdimensional void between life and death. A small child begins to cry as he walks toward the stairway where his father stands.
I think that's quite enough of that. On that pleasant note, I think we've had quite enough for tonight. Ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed guests, thank you for joining me, and please come back next time for the next video.